proper, yet impossible to deny. Fetish preys on the most basic of instincts. Dominated by the deviance of perfumery, labdanum and leather tease the promise of fulfilled desire. The dry warmth of oak moss and vetiver lend the seductive strength, while cinnamon and pink pepper turn up the heat and risk things getting a little hot under the collar. A dirty little secret to wear on the skin. Once inhaled, you become a slave to its power, compulsively coming back for more. If scent could be censored, this would break every rule.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 69 of the Cologne podcast.
I'm Myke.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're just two best friends going on a lifelong journey down the trail of fragrance and giving you our uneducated opinion.
That's right. And today is so special to us.
It's a sexy day. It's sexy, baby.
That's right. Pull out the furry handcuffs and bust out your whips. Today we're getting naughty.
It's going to be nardy with Fetish from Roja Parfums. Let me read you something a little naughty, Ryan. From Fragrantica.
Oh, we love lurking this place.
Oh, yeah. Well, our buddy Shin Hana has something to say.
Hit me up with it.
Oh, he sets the mood. He says, point of view. You walk into your cheap hotel room and the door slams shut behind you. Several sweaty thugs pin you by your arms and drag you into the bedroom.
This does not sound like it needs to be read on air.
Oh, it's going down. Seated in a chair, there's a man.
Okay.
A sleazeball. His baggy suit and wet armpits do nothing to override the overpowering stench that fills your nostrils. Namely, the stale, dry, itchy scent of generations worth of cheap cigarettes. The stale smoke has permeated the polyester and vinyl surfaces, and when you leave the room after weeks of imprisonment, if you do at all,
What the hell?
Forbidden from showering, your entire person and clothing also smells irrevocably of stale cigarettes.
Lord.
You do not smell smoky per se, nor ashy, yet this is the smell of Fetish pour homme.
Good Lord. Shinhana is a deeply disturbed individual.
Well, either way, we know this fragrance is going to take us on a journey.
Yes, it will.
It's going to take us down the road of enlightenment.
Man, I guess
to a cheap hotel room.
Yeah. God, every time we bring on a Roja Dove thing, it's always people freaking slam dunking on it, man.
Is that right?
Every time we people dunk on it.
Did we not have something good to say about Elysium?
We generally have good things to say, but it seems like the aficionados out there are just sometimes not a fan.
Yeah. Well, as much as I want to go ahead and get into that, Ryan, we first need to get into our one-night stand review of Layton by Parfums de Marly.
Hit it, Todd.
Yeah. One-night stand review. Here we are.
Yes, that is a badass fragrance.
Oh, my God. I love wearing it. I do too. This may be a short and sweet one because I don't really know where to go other than to say when it goes on, it's unique. It has that sort of burning menthol medicinal thing, but it's pleasant. It's not like a ugh.
Yeah, it's
like a
It is super interesting. It is, without a doubt, one of the more unique fragrances we've smelled, and it lasts forever.
It's great. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just like Greenlee.
Yeah.
This thing packs a punch, and it packs it for a while.
It does, man. Those two have seriously, that house has impressed me with those two.
Yeah. That's all I need.
For real.
I would almost blind buy from Parfums de Marly, just given those two fragrances.
Yeah, and I want to say it's like $310 for a 4.5 ounce or something like that. It's like a huge bottle, like 120 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 120 mil.
Dude,
I think they either do a 75 mil or 120 mil. I know Layton on Mark's website, myfragrancesamples.com, you can get a full retail bottle 4.2 ounces or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think for under $200.
I think you're right. I think it's $195.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the place to go get it.
That scent is incredible. I mean, obviously, it's expensive, so people need to sample.
Yeah. You can always go to myfragrancesamples.com and sample it first, and then go to myfragrancesamples.com to then buy it.
Yeah. And if you trust us, which I hope to God you don't, just put blind faith in what we think smells good. And then you want to blind buy something. That one, for me, I would buy that one.
Yes. We've tried it.
Yeah.
So we can buy it.
Yeah.
But when we say at the end of an episode, you skip it, sample it, or buy it, we're talking about ourselves.
Yeah,
after smelling it, we are literally sampling it here on the episode.
Yeah.
So we're saying, hey, for us, what will we do? Well, we need to sample it some more. Or if we say we need to buy it, now we're talking about for us. We really don't want you spending money without at least giving it a little college try.
Yeah. So it's a badass fragrance. And one quick thing, and then we'll move on to fetish.
Yeah.
So last night I sent Mike 2 pictures, actually. Kind of funny that they have similar designs.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been accustomed to a fragrance. Not that I've worn it hardcore, but I grew up with my dad wearing it. And I've gotten a bottle of it now, and it's super cheap. It's like $20 on Amazon. But
right.
It used to not be that way. But it's Giorgio Beverly Hills for Men. And the box design, when you look at the box for it, it's white and yellow vertical stripes with 2 horses rearing up and like around the logo and stuff. And the same thing kind of with Parfums de Marly. They have white and dark blue on the box of Layton, and it's got 2 different horses. Now, they're not designed the same,
but they look pretty damn close.
They do. And I was like, man, no wonder I kind of like this vibe of this company, man. It reminds me of something from my past. So
yeah,
kind of stoked on it.
It's pretty cool.
I didn't say that as in like they're copying, because they're clearly different, but I just thought it was kind of cool that there were some similarities.
Whatever. You're going straight TMZ on this, aren't you? He's whistle blowing.
All right, there you go. There's Parfums de Marly's Layton. We both say definitely sample it first. It's a buy for both of us when we get the money for it.
Yeah, when the money comes in, when these scratch-off tickets we keep playing eventually pay big, perhaps 200 bones.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth a buy.
For sure. There you go.
All right. Now let's get into our scent of the day, Ryan. Fetish.
By Roja Parfums. Ooh, we got us a little 7.5 on this one.
Yes, sir.
But this is one I spent personal money on.
Yeah.
I do like the packaging design for it. And you got one of these when you got
Elysium Parfum.
No, Burlington.
Burlington 1819.
Oh, did you get the Elysium the same way? Mm-hmm. Oh, God. And they're pretty big, man.
Yeah. Now, I've since fallen in love with Elysium Parfum, and we'll get into that because we're going to do an episode on the Parfum versus the EDP or whatever. But there was a good deal on myfragrancesamples.com. So I did get me a 10 mil of that bad boy for when I'm feeling extra luscious.
And it is a badass scent.
All right, here we go.
Damn, I can smell that shit all the way from over here. I'm tempted to, because I've wore it before, I'm tempted just to let me smell it on from you.
Really? Nah, that wouldn't be good for the episode, okay. Ryan. Just do it. Stop being a little weenie. He's trying to save the juice. I know what he's trying to do.
I am not. He is.
And he was. Ooh, she's spicy, my man. She is spicy.
I'm going to keep my hand down for just a minute, my card, because I'm smelling it from your end. It's crazy. It's out there.
Okay, I don't know if I still smell lunch on my hands or what, but I'm picking up lime, which is strange because, and first of all, it's not my nose saying, oh, I bet there's lime in this. Me and you've been talking about how it's got lime in the fragrance. And this is the first time I've sprayed it and smelled that.
Okay, yes. So the first time, I can remember spraying this too, I was having a hard time finding that. And it's because the first time we smelled it wasn't here.
Right.
And we were like, man, that thing is rough. It was so rough that's what made me want to get a sample of it, because I didn't know if we needed to bring it back here. And me and Mike are weird.
Yeah.
We're like, we got to bring it. If we smell anything, we got to bring it back here to have the full meal deal on what it smells like.
We need the experience.
Yeah.
We've sampled so many fragrances here that this is the only place we know how to trust our noses.
Yeah. What would you call it? You've said something like this before. It's like
It's the control.
Yeah.
You know, you have all these other variables, right? And this is the one thing, the constant, the one thing that stays the same.
Is our boring lives inside of a 12 by 12 studio room.
Exactly.
But yes.
Wow, that is so strange. I'm picking up tons of lime right now.
For real. You can smell it now?
For real. It's insane.
Does it smell good to you though?
I like it better smelling the lime because before all I could smell. Okay, so just to break out the full story, we've been trying to smell this fragrance for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had this atomizer for a couple of months now, but before that, we were hyped to smell it and couldn't. Yeah. And we had even contacted Mark at myfragrancesamples.com because you can request fragrances. And Mark said, I'll probably restock that closer to the colder weather because this is clearly a cold weather fragrance.
Yeah.
And we said, we want it now, though, Mark. So Ryan ordered this from Roja Parfums, and it came in. And of course, as soon as it came in, he's like, it's over here. You need to come. I drove over there, sprayed it on me, and nuclear this thing.
Straight up nuclear.
And all I could smell was the charred spice smell.
Yeah.
But now spraying it, now I'm picking up the lime because you've wore it a couple times now. You've been smelling it off the atomizer. He's at home worshiping this thing. And this is the first time, and I'm picking up strong lime. This is so strange.
I'm watching him right now. He's being genuine. He's like losing his mind right now.
Yeah.
That was the same thing that I went through the first time, and I still liked it because Mike's said this before on previous episodes, is I'm like accustomed to loving real strong, masculine, musky type stuff.
Yeah. I've said it before. I think he's compensating for something.
Maybe I am and maybe I'm not.
Maybe I am and maybe I am.
But the truth is still that I do love very over-the-top masculine fragrances.
It's your personality. Yeah. It fits with you. Me, I'm a little more sweet. I'm a little more tender.
You know what's so funny is that you love sweet, tender stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But in reality, you're very... not to say this ugly, but you're very loud and abrasive and, punchy. And I'm like more withdrawn. I'm quiet, but I love.
You're more the teddy bear.
Yeah.
I'm more the prickly pear.
But yes, I love this scent, even when I didn't really understand it. And now that I've smelled it a couple of times and smelled it again today, there's something to it. And I'm still not going to sit here and hammer the table and say that the opening of this thing was like mind-blowingly the best thing I've ever smelled. I don't believe that. For me, it's after like 45 minutes, this goes a completely different direction, and it's incredible to me.
Yeah, this is like the intro to T-Rex, but less smoky.
Yeah.
It does have the strong spice, but it's a little less smoky.
Yeah.
But it was the whole reason why that, because of your affinity for this fragrance, before we did T-Rex, before we got on the air, I was like, Ryan, you're going to fucking love this. And you were like, oh, yeah? And I said, oh, yeah.
And I did like it.
You did like it. I'm surprised you didn't like it more.
There's just something old school about this, man. Like when I smelled this is, again, I go back to fragrances that I liked when I was growing up, smelling my father wear around the house.
Right.
And they were all unapologetically very loud like this.
Well, this is like more distinguished. T-Rex is like, it's at 11 just to be at 11.
Yeah.
This one's more at like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost all the way there.
Yeah.
We've smelled some wild things. And this isn't super wild, but it still is strong. I mean, potent.
Yeah, the first time you smell this, you're probably not going to pick up, at least we didn't, the lime. There's lime, bergamot, lemon. Never got any of that citrus.
I didn't get any citrus, It's going to take a few smells to get there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be real with you. The first time I smelled this, I did not like it at all.
I didn't either, but that was not here either.
Yeah. Well, what's the trend like on it?
The trend is actually really good. It's popping.
And when did it come out?
This
2012?
Yeah, 2012.
Okay.
So it's been out for a while. It retails for about $500 for 50 ml.
Guys, the trend looks like our podcast. I mean, looks super popular.
I can envision people with like headphones, like our boy in Gatlin, Tennessee. He's loading up the cart right now,
Adam, yeah.
rolling his eyes as he hears this.
Well, I mean, people, not to toot our own horn here, but the podcast has been doing really well.
It has. We're shocked.
And yeah, we're blown away. In spite of who we are, it still has done well.
Which, can you believe how dumb we are and people love us?
Which I got to say, Adam, I felt bad. We did the announcement, and as soon as we got off, I called Ryan and I said, oh, man, we forgot to mention Adam, too.
Yeah.
Because you sent us a really encouraging email as well during our little break time. So just want to throw that out there. We know you're listening. We love you.
Enjoy listening to us while you're working.
Yeah, we got some stickers coming your way.
This thing trends pretty hard, and I think for a good reason. And it kind of makes me want to smell another one that he worked on. So Roja Dove, or Roja, however they want to pronounce it. But he's worked with Guerlain for many years. But prior to starting his own fragrance company, he actually made a fragrance for, I think it's called Pure Distance is the name of the company. And it's quite expensive, but people compare this to that one a lot, but they say I guess it's a little bit sweeter and stuff like that, but it's just called M.
For Myke, I think.
Yeah. Pure Distance M, but it's like it's like $200 for like I want to say a 10 ml or 17 ml.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can get that thing. It costs like $1,000 and it's like encapsulated in crystal or something.
Oh, yeah. You were showing me that.
Yeah. So I kind of want to smell that one after smelling this because this is out there.
Yeah.
I don't think this is for the faint of heart. So I'm just get that off.
No,
right quick.
It's not at all. This one is loud. So loud.
Yeah.
And so like charred cinnamon.
Yeah.
It smells like you just, you got a 15-minute phone call you took from somebody you used to work with. You guys were laughing about how things used to be. Meanwhile, you're stoking up some cinnamon on the stove. You forgot to go check on it.
Yeah.
Come back, kitchen smells like this.
It's crazy, man.
It is crazy. The lime is dipping down now, but I'm glad I got to experience that this time because you talked about these citrus notes the last few times. And I'm like, I don't get that at all. I'm like, your nose is broken, my man. But now I'm picking it up. It's wild.
Well, again, wait till it's after the 45 minutes here and you're going to be like, man, this is starting to smell crazy. I've said it before, but it's like almost, and I'm not a fan of gourmand, but it almost teeters to that because it gets like a bakery fresh, like cinnamon smell.
Interesting. You also use gourmand to describe really intense smells.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert.
Well, we know that, but this is very intense.
Yeah.
It was just like T-Rex, which T-Rex was very intense too.
Yes.
In fact, we shot our sample over to John, one of our listeners, the rest of our T-Rex, and he messaged me and said, this is insane.
Oh, I never heard that. So
yeah.
He liked it?
Yeah, I don't know that he liked it. I just know that he was like, whoa, because it is intense. This is very similar to that. It's uber intense.
It is, but I think it is more dressed up.
Yeah, it is. It is on the fancier side. T-Rex is like wild and animalic and jungle themed. This is a little bit more suit and tie, white collar sort of a thing.
Somebody on Fragrantica has said that this has similarities between Roja Dove's Enigma / Creation E and YSL Tuxedo.
I thought we smelled Tuxedo.
I haven't smelled Tuxedo.
We smelled this one, which is supposed to be similar, right?
He's pointing to a different fragrance than what we're talking about.
Yeah. We do have Tuxedo, though.
Really?
Yeah, I want to say we got it from Mark over at myfragrancesamples.com.
He just looks for these plugs.
I got to. I freaking love that place. Okay, Ryan.
Okay.
Who's wearing this?
I feel like you have to be a very eccentric, good looking.
Keep going. Sounds familiar.
Long.
Yeah.
Black hair.
Oh, well, that's not me. So close to this one.
Some black stubble on the face, but it's like, lined off, professionally looking, and you've got to have piercing, like icy blue eyes.
Some would say like a Siberian husky.
Yeah, something like that. But yes, somebody who's like dudded out and nothing but leather pretty much.
Yeah.
Like you don't know if he has a job. you know that he definitely walks around important.
And he definitely has money.
Yeah.
But you don't know where he gets this money from.
Yeah, because you're always like, he's doing nothing but sexy stuff all the time. Like, how does he have time for a job and money?
This guy's named Deuce.
And he charges $10.
Right. Oh, man.
But no, that's on the real, though. I feel like it's the main bad character in the Deuce Bigelow. Like that long black-haired gigolo type, whatever.
The original. Yeah.
Because you
Gigolo.
have to be eccentric to pull this off. I don't think, no offense, I don't think you or I can pull this off.
Well, I agree with you. Yeah, this shit is insane.
I like it, though.
I do too, but it doesn't smell like I'm just going to splash this on and go out and party.
And that's who we are. We're just like, let's splash a shitload of stuff on and go.
Yeah. I like to really spray it on thick. Yeah. I like to spray it up, y'all. But this one, you got to be careful because you're one spray away from world demolition or domination. Okay. There's a one spray difference between the two.
Yeah, I agree. At least on the opening, I guess that's kind of the pro and con to this one, though, is that it is so loud in the beginning and so harsh that I feel like you can't spray too much. But when it gets to the dry down part, it's like you wish you would have sprayed more to have that kind of encompassing you.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm getting the citrus on this now.
You're getting it now?
It's like my nose unlocked itself.
It does make you think. We had another fragrance that we kind of came back to and we liked before, too. I can't remember which one it was. There was one that we came back to. Do we remember?
We didn't like it at first and then we did like it?
Yeah, like we learned to appreciate it.
Huh. I'll have to think about that one.
That's also the pro and con to smelling things here for the first time and only here.
Oh, yeah. We'll get fragrances and we smell them off somewhere. It doesn't ever smell like it does here.
Yeah.
Our nose is always confused. But that's the thing is I feel like if I smell it here, though, I get a true reading.
We understand the bottom line here, I guess.
Yeah. Well... And now that begs the question, Ryan, are you going to skip it,
sample it,
or buy it?
What are you going to do?
I'm skipping it.
This thing's amazing. I'm talking it.
Wow.
What's the price on it?
Yeah, well, first of all, the price. I'm going to be real. If I was looking for a fragrance like this, I would probably buy T-Rex. It is like half the price.
I'm going to disagree with him. Well, here's why I disagree. Neither one of these, I don't think I could ever own the full presentation of between this and T-Rex because they are so crazy loud and like punching you in the gut that I feel like you get away with a travel atomizer.
Yeah, but at the same time, well, yes, I'm talking about even the travel atomizer.
Oh, wow.
Because, man, for it, I feel like, what does that cost? Like $50 to $80?
I think 80.
$80, yeah. So I don't know what it costs to get T-Rex, but...
Okay, well, the T-Rex one is $55.
Okay. So you're looking at a difference of $25, which isn't terrible.
It's a 10 ml versus a 7.5 from Roja.
Oh, then I'm definitely going the T-Rex route.
I would stick with this one. For me, it's this one just because I do see the similarities, but I feel like this one is like definitely dressed up.
Yeah, but what this one misses that I like about the T-Rex is the sweet boozy undertone to it.
Yeah.
This one it's nice and it's more sophisticated by far than the T-Rex. But these are so loud that I would only probably use them for a certain situation where you really do just want to go beast mode on somebody.
Well,
I mean,
I do think that, like,
fragrance wise and physical wise.
I feel like T-Rex, man, that thing, and I did like it. That thing, like you said, it is an 11, man. That's like the low end of that.
Yeah. It starts at 11 and it goes into a spectrum we can't even calculate.
Yeah. Like if we were like a Hot Ones version of this, that would be the very last dab.
The 48 billion Scoville. Yeah.
I would say to majority of listeners out there, we obviously don't encourage people to buy stuff.
Yeah.
I would say it's like T-Rex. It's one of those things I would say you got to sample it one day.
You do. And I would go through myfragrancesamples.com. Obviously, for multiple reasons. One, we love Mark. But
Yeah.
also, you can get like a 2 or 3 mil or something like that from Mark rather than buying a full atomizer at 80 something bucks.
Yeah.
Plus shipping from the UK.
Yeah, that's another thing too. We kind of found this out just recently. If you order stuff from overseas, there's like a crazy amount of shipping costs now.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's almost like double the price nearly.
Seriously, like if you order something for $50, it'll probably cost $100. Seriously.
Yeah,
I don't know why. And it'll take its time getting here too.
it's true. So because of that, I feel like the best route to go if you're going to try to sample this, I think you should. This is a fun one.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. This experiences like this make the fragrance community exciting.
Yeah.
And so getting something wild to where you spray and you go, oh, you're like, oh yeah. Well, you need moments like that.
Yeah.
So I'd pester Mark and see if he can get some in, if he doesn't already, and sample it through him, because that way you can get just a little bit, because a little dab will do you with this one.
Yeah, for sure. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
So if you like today's episode, we've only got one thing we want to ask you.
A singular request.
Go ahead and hit them up, Mike.
Guys, gals, if you're listening and you love us.
They immediately just shut us off just
Yeah.
now.
I think I heard the click. If you're listening and you love us, clap your hands and share us.
There you go.
We need you to share the podcast, get the word out there, because the fragrance community isn't super large.
No.
So all it takes is a few little feet kicking in the pond, and we'll create big ripples of love.
Do you like see a psychologist on the side I don't know about or something? They give you things to help you out with your life, and then you're like,
I should. And there's nothing wrong with that, Ryan.
No, not at all. I didn't say, no, I don't think.
Guys, Ryan's an asshole.
Oh my God.
And until next time, spray it up, y'all.